Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm fine. Do you have any secret White House documents in the building you'd like to tell everyone about?
They're everywhere.
They are everywhere.
43 degrees right now, and a wind chill of 39, and our unseasonably warm weather continues, but the temperature will be dropping this afternoon to about 36.
Yeah, I should mention with the warm weather we've been having, there was a bicycle accident on Park Road this week. So yeah, be careful as the warm weather happens. People take advantage of it and are out riding bikes and working out, and it is hard to see. So keep that in mind when you're driving around town.
Yeah, unfortunately, the person injured was seriously injured, and it was originally a hit and run. The person came back.
Yeah.
But yeah, bicyclists, pedestrians, a lot of people out and about. Normal high for this day is 31 degrees, so our January thaw will continue, and we'll get some sunshine this weekend. The snow that they thought we might get tonight, it's probably just going to be all rain. So the weekend, we've got a busy weekend. We've got two Martin Luther King Jr. events.
Yeah, I'll be at both of those.
On Friday morning, it's the MLK Breakfast presented by AARP Michigan, hosted by the Chamber of Commerce at American One Event Center at
Who's
Keeley Park.
speaking?
The Willises.
Nice.
John Willis, Kari Willis, and Jay Willis. And they're all awesome speakers. That's going to be, I'm sure, the highlight of the breakfast, but the breakfast will be good too.
Are you going to bring a Colts helmet and try and get Kari to sign it?
No.
No. Do you think someone will?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure he'll love to do that.
Yeah, he would love to, I'm sure. The nurses are back to work in New York City after, just like that, after signing a contract. So that's good news, right?
The governor announced yesterday she is going to Europe.
Really?
Yes, she will be spending 5 days in Norway and Switzerland as part of a investment mission.
Wow.
Yeah, so she'll be in Oslo and Zurich. I'd like to go to Oslo and Zurich in the winter.
Yeah, I would too. Yeah, that's great.
Apparently,
Can't wait to hear what she comes back with. Some ideas for probably the state.
Then she's going to Davos, the big World Economic Forum.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Movers and shakers.
That's hard to get a ticket to. She
Yeah.
must know someone.
The flights are back almost on schedule. Yesterday we had 1,300 flight cancellations and 9,000 delays, and they don't know why. Corrupted database in the computers. Also happened in Canada, and there are increased incidents of cyber attacks all over the world. A major London newspaper was brought down yesterday due to cyber attacks.
It's scary out there. A lot of cyber attacks. The Chamber Night of Distinction is coming up. I'm anxious to hear who wins the awards. That's always one of my favorite things to do, find out who's winning.
We don't know yet, do we?
No, I don't. Do you?
No. Sometimes they tell us.
Sometimes. We'll find out, though. But if you'd like to go, it's February 2nd, and it's at the Michigan Theater for the awards, and then appetizers, drinks, and partying across the street at Veritas afterwards. You should get your tickets now.
I hope they have what they had last year, the tomato soup, grilled cheese appetizers.
Those are good.
Yep.
Those are very good. Yeah, that sounds delicious.
A little thing of a tomato juice and a little grilled cheese.
Yeah. You know, the real estate world is crazy right now. If anyone's tried to look for a house or buy a house or get a mortgage, it's just absolutely nuts out there. I invite everyone to follow At Home Jackson on JTV, which gives you the most up-to-date real estate kind of news and industry news, hosted by Amy Potts and sponsored by our very own JAR, Jackson Area Association of Realtors. But it is crazy out there right now. I think there's only like 10 houses for sale under $400,000 in the county. Maybe that's a little off, but it's something like that. So it's an interesting market out there. Will be for the next few months for sure.
Yeah, yesterday the chair of the Anchor Initiative, Terry Mearswood, told me that the folks that are planning to develop the Hayes building are going to be back in Jackson next week, and everything is moving forward.
Okay.
We've also got Greenwood Place, a new apartment complex near Austin Bel Air Park, and the Allen School, the old Allen School, plans are moving forward to develop that into apartments. So there could be as many as 300 to 400 new housing units in the next 2 years for rent, which will be badly needed. All the apartment buildings that have been built in the last few years, instantly filled.
Instantly filled. I think, I don't know, where could you maybe make some money right now? I think you could make some money if you bought a house in San Francisco right now, believe it or not.
Really, San Francisco?
Yeah, I really do.
If you could afford it.
I think you can. I think there's a lot of people that are leaving San Francisco because they can no longer afford it. So I believe the house is going down a little bit in price there. But still, you're looking at $500,000 for a 1-bed, 1-bath, 800 square foot
That's why people are
thing
living
on the
in,
side of a hill.
they're living in vans. Plus,
They are, but
all
those
the
used
flooding,
to be $2 million.
all the flooding, and the side effect of all of this flooding in California we'll feel it at the grocery store. The majority of vegetables produced
Northern
in
California.
California.
Yeah, Northern California. I had an opportunity to be out there, and it is amazing. The produce, the miles and miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of land, and covered in snow right now. A lot of it,
And it's still a drought.
which
Believe it or
is
not,
hard to
the
fathom.
farmers are not able to harness all this water, and the mountains are falling. There's tons of rock slides. A guy in Malibu was driving along the Pacific Coast Highway, and his girlfriend called him on the phone, and he couldn't hear. It's got bad reception, so he pulled over, got out of the car, and as soon as he got out of the car, this happened.
Oh God!
Yeah, a rock came tumbling down the hillside.
I've been on that road.
He had just seconds before had been in that car.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my gosh!
It was a miracle.
I mean, Brandon, that's something you just don't survive if that
No.
lands on you there.
No, you don't plan on that.
No, you don't plan on that.
So the lesson is, don't drive and talk on the phone. He pulled over to talk on the phone with his girlfriend. She needed something, and so that saved his girlfriend saved his life
Jeez.
by calling him. Wow.
Well,
But-
maybe. Did he pull over right there?
Yeah, that's
Well-
where he pulled right over.
If he would have kept going, he would have never got hit by the rock.
That's true.
So maybe she totaled his car.
What did his girlfriend want? She said, "Hey, can you get my bag that I left at your house?" And so, yeah. Wow.
Wow, that's scary.
Tomorrow is Friday the 13th,
Yes, very busy day.
and we've got a Mega Millions drawing. And the cash option, if you win, if you're the single winner Friday night, 707.9, let's just round it up, $708 million
That's crazy.
cash.
I would do what J.J. Watt did when he got his first big NFL contract, and he Googled, what do rich people buy? I mean, that's a lot of money to
Yeah.
spend, so I think you could probably, you could do whatever you want. And you can't remain anonymous unless you're part of a lottery club, so there.
No,
I don't
JJ,
care. You know what? You win that much money, fine. I'll tell you. If I said to you, Brandon, you have to tell everyone, but we're going to give you $1 billion, would you do it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course you'd do
And
it.
I disappeared.
Yeah, you would. Where would you go?
I'm not going to tell you.
Where would you go, though? Give me 2 choices.
2 choices.
Yeah, would you leave the country? Would you leave the state?
I would stay in the country, but somewhere warm, probably.
Somewhere warm. I
So like
would,
South Carolina?
Yeah, sure. Charleston's a beautiful place.
Sounds good.
Brandon does not like to travel. Where would you go?
Hawaii.
I think I'd go to Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Have you seen the way that the Australians get in the fights?
I've been watching My Life is Murder, an Australian murder crime police show, and it's in Melbourne, and it looks like a fun place to be.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I'm sure it is.
We're just weeks away from the start of the NASCAR season. It's odd that NASCAR, they start like with their Super Bowl, Daytona on February 18th, And today we learned that Malcolm in the Middle, you know Frankie Muniz?
We grew up on this
Yeah,
show.
he's a little kid starring in Malcolm in the Middle. He's announced that he is going to drive full-time in NASCAR's ARCA Series for the 2023 season. So he'll be in Jackson for the race. In August, he'll be driving the number 30 Ford for Brett Jones Racing. So he'll be at the season opener in Daytona as well.
He also Googled, what do rich people buy?
Yeah.
That'll be fun. That was a show. That was one of your favorite shows ever.
I did like it.
You loved that show. That show I don't think could be on in today's society.
A lot of shows couldn't.
Yeah, that one for sure. So
Yeah.
that was a fun. You know what? Most families were raised like that, and I think it's time that we just all admit it.
Chaos.
Chaos.
24/7 chaos in the Malcolm home. Also, from the NASCAR world, Kevin Harvick this morning. He's the 2014 NASCAR Cup Series champion. Kevin Harvick, who comes to Jackson and MIS a lot. He announced that this 2023 season will be his last as a full-time driver. So that was on his Instagram this morning.
That's a lot of NASCAR news for one day.
I know.
From you, especially.
We're a NASCAR town.
Can you name 5 more drivers?
No.
Try.
Ricky Rudd.
That's one.
Yeah.
Ricky Rudd. Good. There we go.
Ricky Rudd.
Let's stay on some sports. Let's get to our Extreme Dodge scoreboard, brought to you by our friends over at Extreme Dodge. And it was a busy night. Some lopsided scores here on the Jeff Steers scoreboard. Hanover Horton girls basketball. This is a really good win for Hanover Horton. Hanover Horton 34, Grass Lake 29. Michigan Center beat Manchester. Springport 56, Napoleon 15. Eek. Tough one. East Jackson beat Addison by 20. Got a lot of wrestling scores to show you. Columbia Central beat Hillsdale. Homer, they won every match against Concord. Jonesville over Concord. And you can see, of course, all the scores there. Wednesday is wrestling day across the state. Here's what's coming up on deck for tonight. We've got some boys basketball, Concord at Reading, East Jackson at Manchester. Live on JTV. Live tonight, Vandercook Lake at Hanover Horton, 7 p.m., presented by Avenue Auto. Again, live coverage should start around 6:45 p.m. One girls basketball game, CC at Hillsdale, and then the Vikings on the road wrestling the Dreadnoughts. And that is our Extreme Dodge scoreboard and on deck, thanks to Noah Baker, Jeff Steers, and Extreme Dodge.
Well, with live high school basketball coming up this week and many more games throughout the season, plus the Super Bowl, the Daytona 500, shouldn't you have a nice, comfortable chair to enjoy these games while you're watching TV at home? Well, Vermeulen's has a great deal on recliners right now. They've got a pretty good-sized inventory. Vermeulen's outfit your entire house. Maybe this is the year that you want to redecorate. Vermeulen's a family-owned business serving our community for more than 3 generations.
You have Vermeulen's couches upstairs that, have stood the test of time.
They
So
have.
maybe you ought to go in there and get a love seat.
Something new?
Something new.
Yeah.
Something new.
Yeah.
Something new for sure. Everyone always wants new furniture, I think.
Yeah.
Always wants new furniture.
Who's on the show today?
Today we've got a great show. We are going to meet new superintendent from Vandercook Lake Public Schools, Tracy Lauder, along with Karen Barrett from Townsend Elementary, and they join us right after this break.